Today, friends, we're going to check out the Ray5 MiniS from Longer. So let's get cracking. Let's start with what's in the box. Of course, first thing we spot is the manual Ray5 5.5 watt quick start guide. We'll get back to this in a minute. Protective cardboard, and the protective foam is pulling out the entire device. Let's get through some more of the packing materials. Little piece comes out. Obviously, we've got the safety glasses, silica gel, USB cable, wrenches, brush for cleaning, height gauge, and then this is the locking mechanism for the laser. We've got the laser module. Set that aside. And then I'm going to tilt this and get this side out before I try and get out that foam. Now we can easily pull this out the front. Here's our power adapter. Of course, we need to pull out this foam. That way it'll slide forward. Now we can easily get a hold of that and tilt it a little bit and lift it up and out. One last piece of cardboard. I missed this piece, but you can, of course, grab it in a minute like I do. Okay, so we're working with a laser, so don't forget safety first. Of course, make sure you read through all of these. I've got mine in a vented area. You want to make sure you're just always using your laser safely. We did already double check all our parts. If you're learning about your laser for the first time, this is the X-axis. This is the Y-axis. Of course, on the front, we've got our power switch, the power connector, and the Type-C connector that you'll attach to your PC. As I spin it around, emergency stop. You definitely want to know where that is. Got another piece of cardboard here I missed. And of course, the exhaust fan. Next up is the laser module. Just like that. And we lock it in place with the little locking screw. And let's put this in here down on the bottom one. And we just keep tightening it in until we're able to lock the laser in place. Bang, just like that. And of course, now that we've got that in place, let's connect the laser module. Snap. All right, so I've plugged it in. We've connected the power adapter. Glass is out for in a moment. Grab the USB cable. All right, so we have moved to the PC. Let's get this connected. I will be using Lightburn. You can also use laser GRBL. I may create a video about that at a later date. You can get a free trial of Lightburn. I pay for it every year, and I find it to be totally worth the cost. All right, so I want to connect this to Lightburn, and the way to do it is to go to longer3d.com/pages/download-firmware. I'll have that link in the description of this video. When you scroll down, we want to find the Ray5 series, and of course, we want to find the Ray5 Mini. If we move out here to software, we can find the different tools we can use: LaserBurn, Lightburn, and Laser GRBL. I'm going to use Lightburn, and check it out. We can download the file just like this. I'm going to put it in my downloads folder, and now we can move to Lightburn. Right now, let's add the laser. If we go laser tools, we can do manage devices. I'm going to choose import because we grabbed that file. And then in the downloads, I can find the correct LBDev for the laser we just added. I'm going to click open, select the laser, and choose OK. Let's quickly check our COM ports. Let's see if it's on number 8. When we get it right, notice it says OK. And if I hit home, bang, we have got a working laser. How cool is that? I'm going to make a quick mod here. I don't use the art library, so I'm just going to close that. I'm going to actually bring in one of my favorite projects. I'm going to do open, and I'm going to bring in my Mount Pisgah keychain. Notice I will have to zoom to put it in the right location. That laser cutter is quite a bit larger than this one, but this does fit in here. So I'm getting the design out there in the middle so we'll be able to see it cut. The scroll wheel is how I zoomed. This is an image of text that I brought in. That outline is created by using the tools offset shapes. That's how I made that. I added a hole. Let me show you the settings that we're going to use. If we go to cuts and layers, I've got a speed of 450 and 100 power. I'm doing 7 passes. Because this is a 5.5 watt laser, I'm going to take this back to 350. Notice it takes a little bit longer the less watts you have. This is just a good starter number for me. For these being cut in, I'm going to switch it from 3300 down to 2300. Once again, just because it's a 5.5 watt laser and we're just testing our settings. Real quickly, I want to switch from absolute to current position, and I'm going to use this corner down here. You can work however you like. This is just how I prefer to work. All right, so we're going to cut a quick keychain into this. Of course, we need to open it. We need to get the height set correctly. So I'm putting this underneath, and I'll move it in a minute so you can see it. But all I'm doing is letting this loose, dropping it down, and then tightening it back in. So boom, it's at the right height so that it can move just a little bit under it. I don't want it super snug. I just want it to be at that height. Now I'm going to move that back so that we can see what we're cutting in a few minutes. I'm going to close the lid. All right, so we've got the keychain loaded. If I do the nudges, you can see how close it is. Let's see what happens if we do frame. At the moment, it is off by almost a whole centimeter. It does make it to the edge perfect. I might nudge it a click back in both directions though. So these are control clicks. Frame again. And that beam is still coming off, so I'm going to have to come back quite a bit further. I like where it's at left to right. Let's see what happens if I do an entire click back instead of a control click. I'm going to do a nudge backwards and a control nudge left. Let's frame again. Beam is staying just barely on the back edge. Perfect on the right. There it is, trace in the front. One more control nudge forward. That's the micro nudge. And it's time to grab our safety glasses and let's make something magical. All right, so obviously I'm adding my voice after this, and I have sped this video up. Now, if you watch the orange bottom of this, you'll see that eventually it starts cutting through and becomes brighter. At this point, I adjusted the speed. Now, when you click adjust speed, they both increase, and then what I did afterwards was adjust the power back to find the numbers that I wanted, and I would keep adjusting this till I found the exact speed and power to cut these keychains out exactly as I wish. All right, so I shut everything off so that you're able to hear me better. Let's grab our little laser cut design. Bingo. Mount Pisgah keychain. Just like that. Now, once again, I had this design made. I leave these for people to find all the time, of course, with the Holland, Michigan up here. But as you can see, it cut through 6 millimeters of wood that I got off pallets. This is junk wood that I sliced to 6 millimeters, and as you can see, the laser kicked butt. Now, I do want to highlight, it does come through and mark this bottom. I don't know if you want to put some sort of material underneath here. I've got metal sheets that I've used with some lasers, but this one did not come with it. I'll do some more exploring as I work with it to see if I've got a better way to get around that or if I want to add a plate under the laser. All right, so once again, let's talk quickly about the laser. Love that it is pretty much ready to roll out of the box. Slide it in, connect the cable, add the little locking mechanism, and bang, you are ready to laser cut. So a quick wrap up. Of course, lots of things to love about the Ray5 MiniS. Of course, first thing is it's a bargain. Second thing is it's got decent power. And the third thing is that it comes almost totally assembled right out of the box. I personally love that it works with Lightburn. Of course, there are free tools that you can use as well. I love that it comes with an enclosure, but do make sure you have a way to vent the smoke. I am working in my garage area and I have an overhead vent so that I can vent all the fumes while I cut. You can find more information about the laser at longer3d.com. It is also available at amazon.com. Make sure you check the description of this video to find links to both of them. I do want to quickly say thank you to everybody that supports me via YouTube memberships. Don't forget there are 3 levels of support starting as low as $5 a month. With any level of support you get early access to videos. Make sure you also pay attention for those members only posts. A massive shout out as well to everybody that supports me via Patreon. Love how the group is growing. We are past 550 members. It has a fantastic free messaging area where you can ask questions, post designs, gain skills. Of course, you can learn more with the bit.ly up above or the link in the description. Finally, friends, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget every time you like, hype, share a video, add a comment down below or click subscribe. You're helping HLModTech get just a little bigger, which absolutely makes my day. Friends, have a glorious day and keep tinkering.